This is the Red Bull Ring at Spielberg in Austria, but not in Austria, instead in the Warwickshire countryside. Here today I'm at slottrackscenics. They've created this remarkable bespoke version of the Red Bull Ring. Each corner of the Austrian Grand Prix circuit has been faithfully recreated. The TV crew and marshals are standing by, and the grandstands are packed with passionate fans. A trio of champions await the trophies in Parc Fermé. Steer, the enormous bull statue, is overlooking the track, and they've even included the Max Verstappen fan club, though thankfully with no orange flares this time. The spectacular pit lane is transformed after dark, where over 23 lights illuminate the circuit. Even the TV monitors in the control tower are backlit. And if the Austrian Grand Prix isn't enough for you, in the same room we have the circuit to Barcelona, Catalonia. The Spanish Grand Prix circuit, with all its testing twists and turns, are faithfully recreated here, and the next 6 competitors in the Porsche Boxster Cup line up in the pit lane, ready for the next race. They've even included webcams and digital displays to show the action whilst you're racing. The circuit is surrounded by marshals and photographers. And who's that at the end of the pit lane? Local fan favourite Fernando Alonso. I then spoke to co-owner David Jessett to find out more about how they build these incredible circuits.
Slottrackscenics was really my son's idea about 15 years ago, when he was only about 12 or 13. For the first 7 or 8 years we were making products to sell to people for them to use in building their own tracks. This timing stand was something he designed, and that goes together with our pit walls and so on. And then about 7 or 8 years ago we realised that all the preparation we'd done in terms of the products we'd developed meant that we could actually offer to make tracks for people. And so that's how that began. We've talked about Austria and Barcelona. We make all sorts of different tracks though. The largest track was Silverstone, which was 7 metres by 4 metres and fantastic to drive. And the smallest one was 2 by 1. We've also made a lot of smaller tracks for individual customers who want something quite specific or within a specific space. Sometimes people just want the basic structure to do the rest of it themselves. Any track is an ongoing thing. There's a sort of philosophical view that no track is ever quite finished. It would be a case of months rather than weeks. Apart from the track and the cars, I think everything we have designed and produced ourselves. So the pit walls and the timing stands on the pit walls, the garage complex and the VIP area above it and the control tower are bespoke, designed by my son and laser cut and assembled by us. The cutting of wood and injection moulding in resin have developed very significantly. In fact, one of the most important steps forward for us in recent years has been investing in a 3D scanner, which means we can offer people the opportunity to be a little 54mm figure on their own track. This photographer is in fact a real motorsport photographer whom we scanned along with some of his colleagues. If you knew and you looked around the track here, you'd seen myself and my son, I think my wife is now on here, various friends, as well as some of our customers who kindly allowed us to use their scans for making figures for the future. I think if somebody came along and said, here's 20,000, can I have Austria? We would probably say yes.
It was then time to hit the circuit ourselves. Off the line towards the Niki Lauda turn, up the hill towards that tricky turn 2, down the undulating section that goes downhill, down towards the painted Austrian flags on that final section, and then across the line in a very quick first lap. The track uses Scalextric digital, so up to 6 drivers can compete at once. It was then time for some nighttime touring car racing. The drivers were finding the reduced visibility particularly challenging, with a few incidents on turn 1. The trackside marshals found that they were in for a very busy night indeed. A massive thanks to David and everyone else from slottrackscenics for having me here for the day. You can find out more and contact slottrackscenics yourself by visiting one of the links in the description below, which include their online shop, Facebook page and Instagram.